The significance of your commitment to act as a guardian ad litem cannot be overstated. You step in as the legal representative for a young person at a traumatic moment in their lives. To do so requires you to understand the legal responsibilities, the various participants in the process, and your role in the life of this client. To help you learn more about and embrace your role, the Wyoming Public Defender's Office and the Wyoming Supreme Court have created an exhaustive skills-based handbook in this online training opportunity. This handbook, along with this training, are intended to provide guardians ad litem GALs with current and accurate information about juvenile law and related topics. The information, however, may not be sufficient in dealing with a particular legal problem, and the authors and creators do not warrant or represent its suitability for such purpose. Guardians ad litem or others using this material do so with the understanding that the information should not be relied on as a substitute for independent legal research to original sources of authority, the advice of a lawyer, or both. When you access the online version of the handbook, you'll see that references to other resources appear as hyperlinks. This allows you to easily click to view the source material. Note that the handbook begins with a master checklist. It is on pages 5 through 14. These are the high points of the handbook and video series. They also serve as a study guide in preparing for the exam. The online training covers the critical points in the handbook and is delivered in a series of videos so that you can take your time learning the information. After you've viewed the videos and reviewed the handbook, you'll be required to pass an exam to be sure that you've gained the necessary knowledge to act legally and wisely in your role as a GAL. You should note also that, because your understanding of all elements of the critical role of the GAL are important, the Public Defender's Office and the Wyoming Supreme Court are monitoring the viewing of the online modules. Remember, as you use these materials, they are meant to provide best practices, not the minimum requirements, for GAL. You are expected to follow best practices in your representation of your clients. When you open the handbook, which is available online at gal.wyo.gov, you'll see it is organized in 3 parts following the introduction and master checklist. Each part is subdivided into sections with clearly stated titles and the elements of the master checklist that are covered in the section. This will help guide your study. In Part 1, you'll learn the history of the GAL role, specific information about the GAL role in Wyoming, tips for conducting an independent investigation, your ethical obligations as a GAL, and the various federal and court rules that govern your work. In Part 2, the handbook covers the various types of proceedings you might be involved in and provides details related to the Interstate Compact on juvenile proceedings. Finally, in Part 3, you are provided with information related to a variety of topical areas that apply to all types of proceedings.